it's okay. Sometimes it's not for you to see because guess who told me? He did. Guess who gave me the vision? He did. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I can't see it right now with my own eyes, but I can see it. You feel me? I can see that shit. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Kaiser Rashid Show. And I'm blessed that y'all decided to come back for more. So what's up? What's up? I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of, just a little bit of, I didn't know where to go this week. I'm not gonna lie. But I would say this constant theme that's been going on as of lately in this time of my life is just, I've just been saying like, I'm chasing his will. When I've been writing about it, I'm chasing his will. I think I even made a post about chasing his will. So I think that's what I like to talk about because there is a new found energy going on for me right now, with that being the inspiration and or the motivation of chasing his, yes, Big Dawg, chasing his will. So we're going to get into it. So what happened is that I've just been so inspired, so motivated, so rejuvenated about, I don't know, what I'm doing for myself in this lifetime and how it's going to set me up later on. And I was listening to a podcast and I was going to use the word inspired versus motivate, because in the podcast they gave me a definition about like motivation is like the want to do something, and sometimes you don't want to do it. But then I looked it up. I'm going to just read this for y'all. I looked it up. It said motivation equals the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a certain manner, or general desire / willingness of someone or something to do something. Okay, general desire and willingness of someone to do something. So I'm like, that's kind of on brand still, right? I think the desire, I guess a desire is another word for want, but the desires have been placed in my heart by Big Dawg, okay? And because I feel those desires of my heart just beaming, I feel more motivated or more inspired to do the things that I know that I should have been doing way back when. And I know the things to do, like, we just gonna rip the band-aid off. I got a website. Insert applause. I got a website. And I was dragging my feet, right? So for the basketball club that I work for and help out with, you know, I am a big chunk of it, but I'm not the business owner, right? So there was a website that they needed created, or that we needed created for that website. I don't know the terminology, you know, the terms. I am a heavily, you know, I'm in it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not mine. It's not my ownership. It's Kalay's ownership. It's her shit. Like, I don't feel like I should really be putting my name on something that's really not mine. You feel me? So I was like, I think I took the role on the website at one point, and then they decided to take the role back. And I was like, I feel like it was a moment where I could have, you know, felt salty about it in a sense. But then I was like, oh, okay. That like makes more sense for them to be handling that. But also, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you check, like, what are you doing? You trying to do all this stuff for something that's like, is you're a great part of, but it's not yours. But what are you doing for your shit? So it kind of checked me a little bit, And then I'm going all over the place in my notes, but I was reading Let Them. Yes, it's not promotion, but shout out to Mel Robbins, because Melissa Kennebrew, my godmom, put me on the book and said, you should read it. And I think I just read the introduction. On the first page of the introduction, she was like, this gonna charge you up to do the shit you know basically, to do the shit you know you should have been doing. And you've always known. And it's like, yeah, I've always known since a young bull. We've talked about this before. I've known. Like, the desires were placed in my heart as a young child, but I didn't have the connection to God as much. And I've always pushed it back, but it's always been that fire inside, if you will. So yeah, the first like intro, I didn't even read a chapter. She was like, you're supposed to be doing this shit, and say you want to be a public speaker or a motivational speaker, because I don't like saying motivational speaker, because we are all around girly. I don't know. I just don't want to box myself in that way. But she was like, people get mad, say you copy them, so everybody copy each other. And if that's the way that you're supposed to do it, these are the basic steps. So I'm gonna just give it to you right here. You need to do this, this, and that. And me, I'm 52 years old. She was like, I'm 52 years old, and I always had two out of these things done, but I never had all the things done, and it never worked out until I did all the things that were supposed to be done in the blueprint that was already set up. The foundation was already laid. It was just my job to do it. And then on top of that, I can't get mad at somebody else for doing the shit that I should have been doing. And then Melly Mel, my godmom, she was like, damn, Melly Mel Mel Robbins, love her down. But this is shit I've been saying to y'all all these years. This is some shit I should have been doing. I should have been writing. So Melly Mel inspired Melly Mel to start really getting in the lab and writing her book, because she know better. Because she been supposed to be writing her book. You feel me? Yeah. So I said, oh. So after I read the introduction, I was like, damn, she clocked mighty. And I opened my other account for basketball, and I started my website. Yeah. And I think I just opened the account because a lot of times I procrastinate. I drag my feet. I drag my feet because it don't look a certain way that I want it to look. But then when she was like, just fucking do the shit, and it always can be edited. And then as I've been, editing the website, I'm like, it can always be changed and edited. You just gotta fucking start the shit. You feel me? Like, you can always change the shit. Nobody's really clocking your teeth that hard. Like we talk about all the time. Nobody's really watching this as much. Nobody's like, clocked in on what I'm doing. Unless they are, and I just don't know. And so, but in these stages, it's like you are allowed to change. Also, throughout life, you're allowed to change. You can change some shit up at any point. So I opened my basketball account because I didn't want to do that either. I was like, damn, I'm dragging my feet. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I opened it. There was no icon on it until about yesterday when I finally had a freaking profile picture. But hey, we figured it out. And the website, right? It was like I kept trying these different websites. I wasn't finding, website builders. I wasn't finding one that was really clicking with me, you feel me? And let me do the stuff that I wanted to do. So then I would start it, and then my little free trial would go out of the way. And then they was like, you gotta buy your domain. But I'm like, I can't buy no domain until I'm ready to really do it. Like, I can't buy no domain. And then it clicked. And I was like, bitch, buy the fucking domain. You can edit it. So I went and bought the domain. Now it's not published yet. But I'm like, all you have to do is buy the domain, and guess what you're still doing? Edit it. You could have been bought the domain. You know what I'm saying? You could have been did this shit. But I'm getting proud of the website because it's like all things Kai. It's all things me. It's basketball. It's this pod. It's the public speaking. This is real. You know what I'm saying? This is all me for real. And it's like the colors I like. It's photos, and it's beginning, right? And it's just like, just fucking do it, bro. So I've been doing it. I've been doing the damn thing. I just been inspired, and I've been posting a lot more because I drag my feet when it comes to social media too. Social media drains me. I really just be on there posting and I head out. You know what I'm saying? I just post my shit and I head out. And then when I'm on there, it's like the little gaps. Like if I'm in the sauna or something, I'm on there, and I like all things black, like anything black related, black people, black culture. I just like, or I try to support other people because I want to be supported too. So when I see it, I like it, and I head out. So yeah. Yeah, so it's just been like a period where I just been kind of getting to the bag, and I'm laying foundations for the future. And these are things that God has placed into my heart, and I've been shown different ways to do it, and I don't know, I've just started to like put my foot a little bit more on the gas and start to prioritize me, you know what I'm saying? And trying to prioritize all assets, all facets, all realms of who I am because I am multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? I am a girl who just does a lot of things and cannot be defined into one box. So I've been trying, y'all. I've been trying, but I've been really um happy about it. You know, there's hella shit going on, but when I wake up, I say thank you, God, and I'm just trying to chase your will as best as I can. And that's been like my theme in my journal too for the past, I don't know how long I've been doing this shit. And then it's just like I'm starting to see, I just see many fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? We're planting seeds, if you will, but it's like slowly but surely I'm seeing the fruits of what happens when you do what God is telling you to do. Then we gotta talk about music, right? Actually, before I get into the music, I forgot to even talk about my hoops part, right? So my hoops part is me and chasing my bag of being a professional athlete because we're still in a waiting period. But like it gets draining, but I wake up every day and it's like it's for a purpose, it's for a reason. And they're like all the shit that I'm doing, I be tired. I be tired. You feel me? But there is a desire, there's a great desire that's in me right now that was like, it is gonna work out. And that is the motto. That's the motto. Like when Melly Mel Godmom was like back in the day, we just gonna figure it out. We just gonna figure it out. I think now my motto is it's gonna work out because he said so. You know what I'm saying? When people ask, well, I think Calais asked me, what is gonna happen when you go overseas? God's gonna work it out. He said so. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. When I be tweaked, I haven't been tweaked out in a while. I really haven't been tweaked out. Like things happen to work out, and it's like we talk about the power of the tongue in the Bible as well, and speaking life and speaking to those desires that God has placed into my heart, and speaking like positivity on those things, despite when they're not doing as well as you would like them to do in a moment. I just feel like the power of my tongue has been really speaking life into this vision, into the desire that God has placed in my heart. Like I believe in it. And I think I believe in it so strongly that I get offended. I get offended when people just, you know what I'm saying? We had an episode. I get offended when it's like, don't yuck my yum is what Melly Mel Godmom used to say. Don't yuck their yum. Like don't come over here trying to yuck my yum because you can't see the vision. It's okay. Sometimes it's not for you to see because guess who told me? He did. Guess who gave me the vision? He did. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I can't see it right now with my own eyes, but I can see it. You feel me? I can see that shit. Yeah, I got off track on that. I got off on a little tangent. But where was I at? Yeah, I'm just I just wake up every day with the passion for doing what God wants me to do. Um as of late, like it's been real different. Like I breathe different. You know, I wake up different. Like despite being tired, like it just feels different. I'm just playing. I'm just doing the little step. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But we could talk about the music because that's another part that's really helped me out. I think that's what helped me talk about this episode as well. Because I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about this week. I really don't know. And I've been listening to, and yes, they are all men, all black men, my fault. But like these people really just, a lot of them is from California too. Is there a coincidence for that? Probably. But you know what I'm saying? These guys, just like specifically Kendrick Lamar, GNX, still on repeat. Like, I deserve it all. I deserve it all. Because I do. And what else he say? Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. Like that one's like a little bit of fire. Like, they trying to yuck your yum. They don't believe in you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that one, like, come on. I just specifically GNX. And then sometimes I throw in Mr. Morale, where he'd be like, are you happy for me? Really? Are you happy for me? Smile in my face, but are you happy for me? I'm out the way. Are you happy for me? Really? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that. Motivational, especially when I be getting up at 6 and that alarm go off and I'm like, I gotta get in the lab, I gotta go to the gym. I wanna go to the gym. Yesterday somebody whacked out your mural. You know what I'm saying? That'll get you started. J. Cole, because you know what I'm saying, like Forest Hills Drive, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That's gonna be, you know what I'm saying. I got Love Yours tatted on me. Shout out to my brother Tariq, because no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Then the fall off, or wait, no, am I saying the off season? The off season. I like that one too. Because he got, he got little clips of Damian Lillard in there, and like, the story, just the storytelling, and it just like it's just motivating because it's like, bro, they don't feel me now, but they're gonna feel me one day. They're gonna feel me one day. One day it's gonna hit. And when it hit, it's gonna hit. You feel me? So J. Cole, like, duh. I do a tad a little Meek Mill here and there because he got that little came out the gutter, pray for times like this to rhyme like this. So I had to grind like that to shine like this in the matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the any wagon cuz locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold. Nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game and I say, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it like a clear eye view. Like shorty, she tryna, like I said, I chew. Like a sneeze. You feel me? So, a little bit of Meek Mill here and there because it just it gets the people going. Then we gotta talk about Larry June. And Larry June, I feel like I was put on maybe 2 years ago by Larry June. California, very chill guy, kind of raps a little bit unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like offbeat but still on beat vibes, like similar to like how Blueface. I wouldn't even say that. I'm not even gonna do that. But just a different vibe and it's chill. But he rapped about getting to the bag, waking up, drinking tea, doing push-ups, stacking money, and creating your goals. Being consistent in your routine and your motivation, and don't let nobody tell you nothing. You wake up and you keep going. Like, how could you not just like listen to something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you not? Like, he got a song, "Stay Consistent." My case consistent. What else? I just listened to something. Matter of fact, here's what he helped me out because I was like, what am I finna talk about? And then on one of his newer albums, which I just recently found out, yes, I'm behind because I be behind on the music. Because I've been listening to the Larry June, like the Orange Print, Larry June, and what's the other one? Is it Around the World? The older ones. The older ones. And then I just got on one where he was with 2 Chainz, and it was called LLC. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because I have an LLC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an LLC. And that was another seed, like, that was planted. I have an LLC. Now I'm doing a website that can go back into the LLC. Like, I'm doing certain business purchases that can go back into the LLC. Like, these things are blossoming for my business because it's my business. You know what I'm saying? So, and he said, good job, Larry. He said, good job, Larry, in his song. And to make you feel like, good job, Kai. Good job. Keep going. That's what he said. Good job. Keep going. Good job. Keep going. It's like a little motivational. How could you not? How could you not fuck with that? You feel me? Then I think this is my last one. Nipsey. How could you not listen to somebody? It's the same thing as Larry June. Like, started from somewhere, you put in the work, you continue to grind. I think I just listened to Perfect 10, Mustard and Nipsey, and it's like, it was him talking, and it was like the difference between somebody who get their dream and a person who didn't is that they just keep going and they don't. It's like they willing to die about it. They willing to die about it. Like ain't nobody or nothing finna stop them from getting to that point because they believe in it so much. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. And I'm like, bro, how could you not listen to this? So these types of them, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Them 5, really 4, because I ain't really dabbed into the Meek as much. But them 4, Larry, J. Cole, GNX, Kendrick, with a little bit of Mr. Morale, and who am I? And Nipsey. Like, heavy rotation, because that's how I'm feeling right now. That's my spirit. I think before I went back overseas last year, I was in a waiting period again, and it was heavy Nipsey, like all the same type of vibe of motivation. Like you gotta chase your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like the full you. Yeah, it's just the building blocks of life. I'm excited. It's like then you get parent feedback and as well appreciative of your work and want you to expand and do all this stuff. I'm like, I'm just a girl. I'm just one girl. And yes, I will be able to expand and these things will be able to happen, but we are at the building blocks. And it really just, so what happened is that I've been prioritizing my creativeness, making that the main thing because it is the main thing. And without the main thing, I can't do nothing else. I get, what I'm saying? I get frustrated. I'm not doing it. And I be joking, but not joking. Like sometimes it could be like a little bit tistic of me, a little bit neurodivergent of me, where I'm like, if I don't do my routine, I'm tweaked out about it. Like I'm irritated by it. But also I feel like that's the Lord too. Now, could I be a little bit on the spectrum? Yes. I'm not, what I'm saying? Like I probably would say I'm neurodivergent in certain ways. I'm very particular in this way. You know what I'm saying? I need to be on my schedule or I'm just out of whack. I have to eat certain foods, like I eat the same breakfast every morning, but also I just feel like that is part of the winning mindset. That's part of his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all being done to get what he wants done. You know what I'm saying? So prioritizing my shit. I get mad when it's not because this is my life. This is my life. I only get one. This is my life that the Lord has blessed me with. And what I look like doing what other people do all the time, I'm tweaked out about it. I'm tweaked out. So me prioritizing my creative energy and my juices and all my different realms and showing love to as many parts of me as I can because I still feel like there's some that are neglected. I am a dancer. I did go out and I was doing an old school with somebody in the club. So that I did feed into that. I think that was last weekend, matter of fact. But yeah, it's just really important. It's really important. And I feel better. I feel better when I do that. So now what? I'm doing me because he said so. And I'm specifically doing me with the backing of God on my back. And it leads me to not care as much about what the fuck else is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like through like me posting my first video online versus me posting my 60th video online, there has been a growth like no other. Granted, nobody was watching really in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like really nobody was watching. Now I got a few watching now. Shout out to y'all. But it's like I was so stressed. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna post this video and and now I'll just be posting them hoes and keep it pushing. I just post the hoes and keep pushing. And then I'd be forgetting that I posted. I'm like, oh yeah, you did post that. Cause who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like who cares? And I can't wait to see how I look when I get to the 100th video. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like if the Lord told me to do it, why do I care what man has to say? And that is in the Bible. And then with me talking about the routine, I think there's like, maybe I just get so upset because there's a certain obedience to it. Right now, like we said, I could be a little autistic, but there's also some spiritual behind it. I just feel like there's a certain obedience to the process and to doing the things I know I'm supposed to be doing the things that the Lord is feeding into my spirit. Feeding into my spirit. Like I just feel like I have to abide by what I was told. Because why wouldn't I? That's dumb. That's dumb. And I've just told you I feel better. I feel better by being obedient to what God wants me to do. Like I feel good. I knew that I would now. He knew that I would. He knew that I would if I just did what he wanted me to do off rip. Come on, man. Come on. I feel lighter. I'm able to set boundaries by it because now it's like, you know me, I'm going to bed at this time. I dibble and dabble here and there. I'm going to hang out here and there. But for the most part, I'm not going outside of what I'm supposed to be doing unless it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's a bunch of events and all these things happening for me. But if I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. And if I'm not doing the things that I am supposed to do first, I'm really not doing it. You feel me? Like those are more boundaries I've been or a little bit more rigid on those boundaries. And I feel lighter. I feel a light in the midst of the darkness. I feel a light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see it. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I wake up, I thank God, and I keep it going. I keep it going. And I thank God for allowing me to keep going. Amen. We are here. So I have a question. Are you confident in His will for your life? And what is it? What the hell? What the heck is the will that God has put in your life? Do you know? If you don't know, you need to get in the bag and figure it out. And two, how are you prioritizing yourself with God? We are a team. How are we as a team getting to the end goal? How are we going to do that? That's what I have. That's it. That's all. This has been another episode of the Kairika Rashid Show, and I'm thankful, blessed, highly favored that you decide to come back for more. Get at me. Hey, praise Him in every